For months we've waited, and now we're here. Welcome to the Individual Quadrilla Marble League Season 5 Qualifiers. After 4 qualifying events today, we will have 12 marbles that qualify and 4 that will not. And of course, in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, every season we have nominated marbles from the Team Quadrilla Marble League. This time around in Season 5, Mozzarella from the Golden Cheeses and Cobra from the Venomous Vipers are top 2 teams in the Team League. They will be trying to qualify for Season 5 to join Seabed, Tarzan, Orb and Rasher, our top 4 overall last season. They are auto-qualified and do not need to qualify by way of the qualifiers. For everyone else that does, we will see them in the very first qualifying event, the Quadrilla Race, to start things off. A very familiar event to us all, a staple in the Quadrilla Marble League, and in this qualifier event, it is going to be based on time. No advancement, you just want to get the fastest time of the day. In the Quadrilla Race, DNFs are very pertinent. If you fall off the course, if you get stuck on the course, you will not be classified with the time, you will not get a good result. In the first heat, Blizzard, Wave Runner, Ecto, and Goop to start us off in the qualifiers in Season 5. Who will get off to a good start in these qualifiers? It's Ecto that gets off to a great start in the funnel. In the top funnel, our Season 1 champion trying to qualify for the 5th straight season. Blizzard and Goop in a duel locked in for second place. Goop takes second place ahead of Blizzard. Blizzard, a collision there with Goop. Ecto will get the win, and Blizzard falls off the course in second place, but they're going to go all the way back to last. Ecto, though, so much chaos behind them, they wanted none of that, and they are trying to easily qualify with a great start-to-finish performance from them. First place for Ecto, and Goop will get second place thanks to Blizzard falling off. Wave Runner are stuck up there in the funnel. They're going to get third place in this heat. Blizzard falling off, that is worse than if you get stuck on the course, but Ecto, that 13.95 time, that is the benchmark time that everyone else will try to beat. In the second heat, Neptune, Casper, Bluetail and Rainforest. Neptune struggled a lot last season, got dead last in Season 4. Casper did not qualify for Season 4. They're with Rainforest and Bluetail, 2 marbles that had very respectable seasons last time out. It's Casper in the bottom funnel, closely shadowed by Bluetail. Bluetail is trying to catch up. Bluetail, will they be able to? It's pretty slow for Bluetail towards the end there, and Casper will hold him off. And Neptune slows and comes to a stop right before the finish line. Neptune is going to get a DNF in this first qualifier event. That is not going to be a great start for their pursuit to qualify. But Casper, a marble that has not qualified for the last 2 seasons, they are trying to make it back in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League. They've gone off to a great start here with a win in this heat. It's going to be second place for them. Not quite as good as Ecto, but 14.38 seconds. That's very respectable. Bluetail and Rainforest also good enough for 3rd and 4th. Both of them in the top half provisionally thus far. Now in the third heat, Cobra, Void, Java, and Candycorn. Another former champion here in Java. Void and Candycorn did not qualify last season. Everyone very close. Cobra will take the lead, the rookie in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League, and Java's off the course. Void's also off the course, and Void will fall on the course once again further down it. Void falls off the course, falls down to a part on the course lower down, and they're going to collide with Cobra across the line. Well, Void's going to be classified as a DNF in this one. Cobra, I think, is going to appeal this, saying they got impeded by Void. And that result is going to be coming into question for Void. Cobra is in discussions right now with the stewards and with Void. And I think the stewards are going to decide they're going to disqualify. They're going to disqualify Void. Void is going to be disqualified and get no points from this event. And as for Cobra, they're going to get 2 consolation places. That is what is determined because it was not their fault. They got slowed down by Void. That was a very interesting development with those 2 marbles there. But we go on to the final heat of the Quadrilla Race. Denim, Sandstorm, Shamrock, and Mozzarella, whose debut in the Individual League, highly anticipated after a fantastic season in the Team Quadrilla Marble League. Mozzarella takes the lead from the bottom funnel, then it's Denim and Sandstorm. Denim trying to catch up, and they're going to fall off the course. Denim is off the course. Sandstorm will not get by. Mozzarella will get the win in the final heat. Is it good enough to get the win overall, though? That looked like a pretty fast time, leading from start to finish, just like Ecto did in the first heat. We'll have to see how the time stacks up, but it's still a great debut performance from Mozzarella. Shamrock gets stuck up there in the funnel, very close to where I think Wave Runner did in the first heat as well. So we'll see who gets the edge between those 2. Mozzarella gets second place, 14.26 seconds. Not quite the lead, but still, that's a great start for that marble. Ecto, though, a veteran Season 1 champion, on top, 15 points for them. Mozzarella 14 in second, and Casper, great result for them, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. In third place, Blizzard, Denim, Java, and Void currently in the drop zone, but still 3 events to bring it back. We move on to the second qualifier event, funnel jumping. 2 marbles will jump into the funnels here and try to get into the hole as fast as possible. We saw this in the Team Quadrilla Marble League in Season 4, making its way into the Individual League for the first time in Season 5. This event is about accuracy. You want to be as close to the center as possible when you launch. It means that you have to rotate less when you're in the funnel, but you also want to be quick once you're in the funnel to get in the hole as fast as possible. Rainforest and Java will start us off in the first heat of 8, and Rainforest, much faster on the far side ahead of Java. And Rainforest, they made it look easy in the far side. Look at the speed difference between these two. I think Java got a pretty bad collision with the funnel on the initial impact, and they're very slow in the near side. That's not going to be good for them. After a poor first event already in the qualifiers, 4.33 seconds. This event goes by quickly. A time like that is not a good one for Java, but 2.05, that is a great time, great benchmark time from Rainforest. We'll see what everyone else can do. Now, Cobra and Ecto in the second heat. Cobra has experience in this event, but their very wide angle is not going to do them any favors. Meanwhile, Ecto has a great strategy, slows down and goes straight to the funnel, to the event horizon. And Ecto, I think we saw that strategy in the B division of the Team Quadrilla Marble League. Ecto tries to get it done. It's not quite enough to get the lead from Rainforest, but still that's good enough for second place for them. Cobra only third and well off the pace. Now, Shamrock and Blizzard in the third heat. These 2 marbles both didn't do great in the Quadrilla Race. Shamrock a very wide arc in the far side, and Blizzard will easily beat them in the near. Blizzard has qualified every season, so has Shamrock. Shamrock has got an overall podium back in Season 1, but aside from that, nothing much else really. And Blizzard has struggled in every season they've been in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League. We'll see what these 2 marbles can do. It's third place for Blizzard, 3.16 seconds. Shamrock, though, that is dead last for them. Very slow for Shamrock. Now, Casper and Wave Runner. These 2 do not have perfect attendance. Casper hasn't qualified since Season 2. Wave Runner missed out in Season 3. They were in there last season, though. Very respectable 7th place. Casper, though, much faster on the far side. And Casper will easily get the win over Wave Runner. Casper's gone off to a very good start for their standards in the qualifiers. After a great result in the Quadrilla Race, 3rd place for them. Easily going to beat Wave Runner here. We'll see what it is overall. 3rd place for Casper. As well in the top half for them. Wave Runner just barely off it in 5th place. Now, Mozzarella and Bluetail. Mozzarella, their Quadrilla Race was fantastic. Bluetail also pretty good. And Bluetail has also perfect attendance in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League. Mozzarella, though, closer to the event horizon, and they will do it, beating Bluetail on the far side. Mozzarella just had a very accurate launch, just much better than most of the runs we've seen thus far. And they are going to get a very fast time, 1.95 seconds, the first sub 2 second run of the day, and it's by Mozzarella, the rookie in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League. They go fastest thus far, and Bluetail also very solid for them as well. But Mozzarella, what a story for them in the Individual League. Neptune and Sandstrom. Now a Neptune, a fantastic performance in the far side. After I was just talking about Mozzarella, Neptune I think must have even beaten that, did that even better. Just had the perfect line for them. After a not great initial impact, they managed to bring it back very well. And 1.32 seconds, they go faster. Neptune, great recovery for them after the Quadrilla Race. Sandstorm not so much, but we'll see what they can do. Neptune, though, what a performance in funnel jumping. They are trying to qualify and redeem themselves in Season 5. Now Void and Candy Corn, both of them did not qualify last season. Candy Corn will be faster in the near side. And Void, after getting disqualified in the first event, they are trying to bring it back. Already no points in the first event, and they're not gonna lose out to Candy Corn here. Candy Corn, they got I think 8th place in the first event, 7th place here with just 1 heat to go in funnel jumping, the second qualifier event. Goop and Denim now in the final event, in the final heat of funnel jumping. Will any of them be able to challenge Neptune for the win? Well, it's quite not very accurate for either marble. And I don't think either of them will challenge. Goop and Denim, pretty similar rotations for both of them. Similar on the accuracy, and the accuracy was not very good for both of them. Denim will get the win between the two, but I don't think it's going to be great. Actually, that is 7th place. Still decent, sub 3 seconds. Goop, not so much, only 12th place for them. But Neptune, with 1.32 seconds, fantastically done by them. They will get the win in the funnel jumping event. Mozzarella, that's their 2nd straight 2nd place, and they go to the top ahead of Ecto by 1 point. Casper in 3rd, then it's Rainforest, Bluetail, and Neptune jumps up into 6th place. And now we move on to skiing, our 3rd qualifier event. We've seen this in the individual league multiple times in the past, so all of these marbles are very familiar with this event as well. The course, I think, is slightly extended from what we saw last season and in previous seasons. We'll see how that changes up the dynamic. It's a very bumpy course, very changeable conditions in skiing. Things can go very awry if you have a good start, and if you're in the back, you can make a comeback in this event. Shamrock, Goop, Casper, and Candycorn in the first heat. A very fast-paced event is this one as well. Casper gets a good start, then it's Goop, but Shamrock gets out in front towards the end there and never looked back, and Candycorn, a bad bounce there, I think, with Goop, and they're going to get last by quite some margin. There's where Shamrock, in the middle part of the course, really just dived past Casper and just dove past Casper and Goop and just never looked back for them. Shamrock will set the benchmark time, but what will be? Casper does good enough to get 2nd place. They were doing a great job in these qualifiers. Shamrock, though, 3.14 seconds, making it look as easy as pie. They will set the benchmark time. Now, in the 2nd heat, Ecto, Java, Denim, and Neptune. Will any of them challenge them? Both former champions in the qualifiers are in this heat, Ecto and Java. Neptune, though, gets out in front. Denim, a collision there. They were in 2nd place, but they go all the way to last. In a close duel between Ecto and Java, the aforementioned, for 2nd place, but Neptune managed to get another good result in this event, at least in this heat, getting the win in the 2nd heat. They had a good start and were able to keep it clean throughout. Neptune getting last place in this event last season, clearly done their homework in this event, and they're going to get 3.5 seconds, not quite as good as Shamrock, still good enough for 2nd place thus far. Java and Ecto close behind. We move on to heat number 3, Sandstorm, Void, Bluetail, and Cobra. Cobra has been lesser successful nominated marble there out in front right now. Bluetail, though, huge speed towards the end there, and did they get by? Cobra, I was saying, the lesser successful but still decent performances, at least in the Quadrilla Race especially, but here, oh, they had the lead, but a huge burst of speed by Bluetail, and I think Bluetail got by. Just much better 2nd half of the course for Bluetail, just completely straight and avoiding this swinging from side to side, and by 0.03 of a second they will get the win over Cobra. No one can beat Shamrock thus far. Shamrock, great bounce back after last place in funnel jumping, but now in the final heat, Wyvern, Rainforest, Mozzarella, and Blizzard. Mozzarella, good start, but they fall back. Blizzard will get the win, and Rainforest in 2nd place. And Mozzarella, I think, fell all the way back to last. Wavener did manage to make the move on them towards the end. Mozzarella got really held up in the middle part of this course. It will not be a 3rd straight 2nd place for them. Wavener will be able to get by them for 3rd, but Blizzard managed to do it, ahead of Rainforest, Wavener, and Mozzarella. But the times are not very good in this final heat. That's only good enough for 9th place for Blizzard, despite winning this heat. Shamrock will get the win, leading from the first heat all the way to the end. 3.14 seconds is good enough for the top of the timesheets in skiing. And that will get them out of the DNQ zone into 9th place. Bluetail, Casper, Neptune, and Necto, though, have already qualified, clinched qualification in Season 5. And those two marbles there, not so surprising. The other two, very surprising in Neptune and Casper. But now we make way for the final qualifier event, the final chance for these marbles to make it to Season 5. It's the broken beam. We saw this in the previous 2 seasons. 3 sections of the broken beam. The first section, each block gives you 1 point. The second section, 3 points. And the last section, 5 points. It's a bit modified. It used to be a 1-2-5. Now it's a 1-3-5. So the maximum you can get from one run is 90 points instead of 80. We'll see. I think it will make more sense once we go through with it with Mozzarella and Neptune in the first heat. We'll swap over after this one. Mozzarella very close to qualification, and as I say that, they go all the way to the end in their first run. Mozzarella led the Golden Cheeses to balancing gold in the Team Quadrilla Marble League. They're going to get a perfect score in the first period of their first heat. And that pretty much guarantees they will qualify. Neptune, though, already clinched qualification. They don't need to worry, but not a great run for them. They will swap over this time. Neptune in front, Mozzarella in the back. I think both of these marbles pretty much have guaranteed. They have qualified. Neptune has guaranteed. Mozzarella, they just need 1 point from this event to guarantee qualification. Both of them go off to the far side this time. In the same place, actually. Just 22 points for them. They did not pass the yellow block. If you pass the yellow block, you get 40 points. Pass the blue block, you only get 10 points. Because it's 10 blocks per section. Now, Casper and Cobra in the second heat. Cobra hasn't guaranteed qualification. Casper has. Casper goes off to the far side. And Cobra, as I say that, they did exactly the same thing as Mozzarella in the first heat. And Cobra gets all the way to the end. With a good second period as well. I think Cobra will also have nothing to worry about. 90 points in the first period for Cobra and Casper. 40 points for them. The record, 115 points set by Rainforest last season, but with the modified scoring, I think it'll probably get beaten by one of these marbles here. Will Cobra be able to do it? Here, Cobra and Casper. Ooh, Cobra does beat Casper this time, but it's not as good as their first one, of course. Going off to the near side for both marbles. Cobra and Casper, what will it be? Cobra does beat the record, 135 points. When you add them up, 45 is good enough to get them across the line, and they will take the lead. I think Cobra will be qualified. I don't think they have much to worry about either. Now, Java and Bluetail in the third heat. Java is in that disqualification zone, but a great performance here in their first period. They are trying to qualify and keep their qualification streak going. Bluetail at the top of the table. They don't need to worry. They've already qualified, and currently there's 45 for them. Java already has beaten one of the previous marbles in the previous heats. Will they be able to do it here? They've won the Broken Beam back in Season 3. They need a good result here. Does Java? Bluetail out. This time in front. Bluetail going all the way to the end, and Bluetail will make it. They don't need to. They've already qualified, but Bluetail wants to secure the top spot in the qualifiers. Getting all the way to the end here. And Java, Bluetail, based on the tiebreaker, will beat Cobra. But Java doesn't have a great performance in their second period, means that they are going to be cutting it close in these qualifiers. Now Void and Blizzard. Blizzard is in a not great position, but still decent. Void is all the way down in dead last, but Void responds beautifully and goes all the way to the end. Void in really desperate need of any sort of good result they can get in this event. They are just 7 points at the bottom of the standings, but they start very well. And Blizzard also, I might add, 75 points for them too. These two marbles have done great in the first period. When we swap them over, what will it be? Both of these marbles are definitely under major threat of not qualifying, especially Void, who needs a good result, and Void will be able to do it again in the second period. It's not a finisher this time for Void, but still they will get so close, just a couple blocks behind. And this is going to take the lead, 170 points, not just beating the record, absolutely obliterating it. 80 points in the second period, 90 points in the first. They have done whatever they can to qualify. Now the ball is in everyone else's court. Now Waverner and Goop in the fifth heat. Astounded by that performance displayed by Void. They are doing whatever they can. Waverner also in the not qualifying zone. Goop is above the zone but in the mid pack, so both of these are very much not safe from not qualifying. Goop, a great performance though in their first period. 75 points for them. Waverner, decent as well, 55 points. You want to get past that yellow block at a bare minimum, because the runs we are seeing today are very strong thus far. As we swap them over, Goop this time in front, Waverner in the back. I think Goop doesn't have to worry too much, and they will get another good performance. Waverner though, they are down I think in 15th place. They need a good result here. It's not quite the performance we saw from Void, from Waverner. So Waverner might be in lots of trouble here. 100 points is respectable across two periods, but the standards set in this event are very strong. Competition is extremely stiff thus far. Now in the 6th heat, with just 3 heats to go in this event and in the qualifiers as a whole, Shamrock and Candy Corn. Shamrock, a great win in skiing, means they don't have to worry too much. Candy Corn is right on the bubble though, in 12th place I think. and both of these not great, just barely crossing the yellow block. Actually, Shamrock does not cross the yellow block, just 37 points for them. You got 40 if you just barely cross the yellow block. That's what Candy Corn did, but Shamrock not great in the first period. Candy Corn needs a good result as well. They want to avoid falling into that not qualifying zone. Oh, Shamrock very early drop off on the near side. Candy Corn though, this is much better for them. And Candy Corn, this is exactly what they needed to avoid not qualifying. Candy Corn, that's going to be in the 70s, 75 points, 13 for Shamrock. And Shamrock, coming off last and first in the last two events, they are up in the mid-pack, but still, this is not going to be good. They're in dead last right now. Ecto and Denim now in the penultimate heat. Ecto already qualified. Denim, though, is in the drop zone, just barely in 13th place. And Denim, ooh, it's not going to be great for them going off to the far side before the yellow block. Ecto, though, gets pretty far, though. They don't need to do this. This is just for bragging rights for Ecto, but Denim needs a good result here. Just 28 points for them. They're currently on track to get last place in this event. Denim and Ecto, though. Now, as we swap them over in the second period, can Denim do something here in the second period? No, they won't. Neither of them will do much here. Going off opposite sides, but both not crossing the yellow block. And Denim, this is pretty much curtains for their qualification chances. They're in the drop zone. They're going to be penultimate, 13th place, only better than Shamrock. Denim will not be qualifying. Now, Rainforest and Sandstorm in the final heat. These two marbles have not guaranteed qualification in the mid-pack for both of them. Rainforest won this event last season. Oh, very early drop-off, though, for Rainforest on the near side. Sandstorm also goes to the near side. Better for them, but still, just barely, I think, crosses the yellow block. Does not cross the yellow block. Just 37, actually, for Sandstorm. 26 only for Rainforest. Both of these marbles are going to need to do something here. These marbles not able to stack up to the good performances we saw earlier on in the event. Sandstorm now this time in front. Can they do something here? It's better for both marbles. Sandstorm will get the edge over Rainforest again, but still, that performance from the first period for both marbles, I think, is going to drag them down quite a bit. Second period wasn't great. No finishers, nowhere close for either of them. There's 55 for Sandstorm. That's good enough for 10th place. Rainforest 12th. So I'm not sure how it'll be for those, but Void, first place, 15 points for them. Will that be enough to get them out of last place, get them all the way into the top 12? Yes, it will! Java, Shamrock, Waverner, and Denim are the bottom four and will not qualify for Season 5. Java, the big shock there, former champion, is out. Shamrock and Denim also former perfect attendees, not anymore. Void, though, a fantastic performance from them. Bluetail, Casper, Ecto, Mozzarella, Neptune, Goop, Sandstorm, Rainforest, Blizzard, Candy Corn, and Void have punched their ticket to the Individual Quadrilla Marble League in Season 5. Thank you so much for watching the qualifier. Stay tuned for the friendly round coming soon, and then we will start the season in the Individual Quadrilla Marble League.